Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? I think we're live. Yep, we're all good to go. Daniel, what's happening, my friend? Adam, good morning. The Lizard Wizard, great to have you. Rob, what's going on? Young Word, welcome back. P. Blumbot, welcome. Timo Diardis, how you doing? Vinny, great to have you. Julia, welcome back. You have a good night. If it's just a quick pop in, hopefully you have a lovely evening. Bailey Lombardi, great to have you. Emre Baranadyidin, how you doing? My deepest apologies. Riz Drawn from Brazil, great to have you. Dana Vision, hello. All right, Ines, great to have you. Let's get situated here, shall we? How's the catch you later, Julia? Thanks for popping in. You're lovely ugly. Hello, how's your day been? Been good. Been good. Just getting into the swing of things. So, as always, not much of a plan, but I just want to have some fun, you know. Hang out, chat. Nothing too serious. Let me just get the pen tablet on the right screen if it would behave. No, not that one. Monitor 1. And here we go. Cool. So this is what we messed around with last week. This is a fun one. A bit of colour, seeing what we could get in a condensed amount of time based off of this reference. Right, lots and lots you could just continue playing around with, right? You could go for a month of Sundays on this. But today, I'm feeling that we get a few figure references. Do some gestures as warm-ups. And then we just sort of see where we go from there. So maybe we just get, oh, that's probably not the best one. Let's try old mate here. Just to do something a little bit different. Then maybe we do some color. Maybe I really want to get these Blender streams going. I'm almost up to date with all my work stuff to start planning the next bit of content, but I've been messing around with Blender. Here, I'll show you actually. I've been expanding my Blender knowledge. Just doing like a little hand sculpt. And understanding the lighting a little bit more and how to utilize multiple views as well, which has been pretty helpful. And then I really want to dive deep into like texturing, because I've been trying to figure out. Travis, how you doing? Mayhem Omega, welcome. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to do like layers, how you would in Photoshop with the texturing and things like that. That might be something. I think there's an add-on, but also there could be something to do with me needing to crack open Substance Painter or something like that and learn that. But I really want to start doing more of these sculpts, using them in my 2D work, and also doing some like physical, like airbrushing and creating characters and 3D printing them and figuring out how to connect them, and then even figure out like the commercial side of it. How do I turn it into a product and like sharing that process as well, which will be fun. Bashar, what's happening? Mixter, how you doing, my friend? So that's been my Uno momento. I think we should be back. We should be back. Adam, yeah, I'm really excited because there's some cool stuff you can do, right? With even making the 3D stuff look 2D, but it's a 3D model. I've started to play around with that. Or do I do a cheeky preview? Maybe I show you a quick little cheeky preview. Where would this be? It would be, so this is the folder structure of my next YouTube video. It's an absolute bloody mess. You don't need to, but see, doing this kind of thing using like grease pencil to show just figuring out different ways to show my thinking, you know. So this is a real sneak exclusive little preview of one small tiny part of the next YouTube video. So, but yeah, been having to play around with Blender has been so much fun. But today we shall do figure sketches. Let me just get another layer going. I wonder if we could move old mate out of the way. Where? No, that was another demonstration. I don't know what that is, so let's delete that. Could come back to bite me in the ass later. Yep, cool. Let's just move him over here. So then we got a little bit of room. All right, so we might do a little bit of a timer. Get some timer stuff going. Make it a little bit of an interactive stream. Yeah, the only way to do layers in Blender's texture painting is to create each layer as a separate image and combine them in the shader editor. You'd probably be better off learning Substance Sketchy. I'm thinking I agree. For quick stuff though, I figured out how to mask vertex paint. So I have like multiple vertex data points, vertex paint data points, and then, or attributes, that's what they're called in Blender, and then masking them on top of each other so you can kind of make layers, which kind of works. It's an okay workaround. Marcio, brother, I know you're a Photoshop user, but what's your thoughts about Clip Studio Paint? I think it's fantastic. I mean, I'm paying for it. I should really use it. Kalawin, how you doing? Luana, great to have you. Sketchy, appreciate it. Alfredo, welcome. PFG, appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Grease pencil's pretty cool. All right, so everyone, I hope you're situated. Let's get some sketches going. Now I want to push the shapes, right? Hopefully you can see the reference well enough. Okay, now I'll get the timer going to give us some constraints. It's always good. Let's restart that, so 15 minutes on the clock. Let's do some 5-minute ones. Haven't done some shorter ones in a little while. Adam, you've never seen that done in a video either? Oh, sick. Would be cool to see the wonky houses in 3D. Yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely. Draw what you want, not just random reference photos. Is that something you live by? The Bone Brew. Draw what you want, not just random reference photos. Is that something you live by? Yeah, do what you want. More or less, what interests me is kind of what I'm going for. But these streams are only one little sliver of what I'm focusing on. You know, this is just like a little something. Sugar Beats, welcome back. It's been a while. Great to have you back. All right, I'm gonna get started, or else I'll just be in chat all day long, which is fine. I'll catch up with chat. So let me just tweak the pencil ever so slightly. Where is the place where you can, so brushes, I would like just a little bit. I think I'm using the long skinny round, or the long skinny brush, long skinny line. Yeah, there you go, that works. Links in the description, you can get it in my Gumroad, you know the drill. All right, so let's get cracking. In 3, 2, 1, gesture. Best of luck. Just to get the old juices flowing, you know. Haven't drawn today. We could even push some of these shapes even more than what the reference is showing us. Now there's a little bit of anatomy. Oh my god! I had so many takes in this next video saying anatomy. I called it Anatoly, and I just left it. I was like, fuck it. Whenever the camera's on, my talking just goes out the window, or my pronunciation of things just goes out the window. All right, just getting an indication of Mr. Too Cool for School over here. He's got the short shorts going. Now you notice I'm trying to keep the shapes really, really simple, because the simpler the shapes are at the beginning, the easier they're going to be to manipulate if I need to make the changes. Whereas if I go right into the nitty-gritty details of all these little bumps and whatever, it can kind of get pretty messy pretty quickly, at least for me. Others have different workflows. Take whatever I say as this is just how I do things at the moment. I reserve the right to change my process at any given time. Do you agree to these terms and conditions of the stream? If yes, continue watching. If not, keep it on, but walk away from the screen. All right, so you see how we've got a little bit of movement in these lines, this kind of deal. Maybe his legs could be a little bit longer. Where's my filthy plugin? There we go. So these legs could definitely just scooch them down a tad. Not worried about the facial expression or anything like that. A lot of what we're trying to do here is just get the vibe with the shapes first. Now we can, this could be a good opportunity to play around with understanding a little bit of the folds of the jumper and whatnot. But yeah, this week been knocking out some orders for some hands. Also, so what happened was, I think it was 3 or 4, which isn't too bad, but still annoying. And I might do this in a YouTube video as well, showing the things I've learned. But they actually they came up. One of the fingers popped off of the hands when they arrived. So I'm redoing. I've redesigned them, and I've added the magnets to the base, and I'm sending them out to those guys that unfortunately had some shipping issues. So I've just been finishing up that this week because I've got to send them off before the end of this week, because then I'm on a plane to bloody the USA. The old 14-hour flight. Oh, time is done. All right. I don't know how long the timer was off for. I was just rabbiting on. Charlie, how you doing? Anurag Gupta, please make more videos. I love your videos. Thank you very much. That's the plan. I've got one in the works right now, and I've got 3 others in the idea. Oh, I've got them actually written down, which is better than just having them up here. I've been looking at Graphic Studio reference packs since they're the only ones I can find that make the warrior type references I have in mind. Awesome. Nice. Charlie, how you doing? Prashant, what's happening? Kayla, doing well, thanks. Got the bright idea to start learning ZBrush now that it's available on iPad. Don't know what I was thinking. Nice one. Nice. Marcio, any chance your great autofill plugin in Clip Studio? I don't think we can. I don't know if they've got APIs for plugins and that kind of thing in English. I know I was looking and they had it in Japanese, so I don't know how well that's going to go for us. But there is a workaround. I know someone said it in chat or in one of my comments that you can get a small portion of the autofill, just where you like create the lasso and it fills in. You can do that natively in Clip Studio. There you go, right below Adam. Yeah, Clip Studio does do something different. Similar, sorry. Oh, nice one. You and Adam are Sugar and Adam are drawing. Nice. Greetings from Kyrgyzstan. I've been watching you for 3 months, and I'll say you're cool. I appreciate you. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for the kind words. Bailey, Ben, what of all the things in the world, what is your favorite thing to draw? Probably faces at the moment, but I have fun with this. It changes. It definitely changes. Like this looser stuff is really fun. But at different points in a drawing, I have fun as well. Like when things are starting to, like when that first hint of, ooh, that light that I've tried to capture is looking like bang on. That's fun as well. So it's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it changes. Nice, I can glue the finger back on. It can be removable. Yeah, they kind of could, but because I tried to use the strongest epoxy that I could find, but I've got to try this other adhesive. What I'm going to do really is I'm going to redesign the whole thing after this batch. But yeah, actually, the ones that even just popped off, I'll send you another one. But yeah, just been working on that. Been working on. Oh, I'm starting to start. Hold on. Let's get the timer going. Another 5 minutes, and then I'll keep chatting away. So yeah, then I've been working on a painted plain Jane to bring to Lightbox, which will be good. Yeah, I can't wait for live. It's going to be so fun. So what we might do today is we might take one of these sketches and take them a little bit further. Maybe try and find some anatomy. That's one thing I do enjoy doing is like figuring out anatomy. Alright, it's feeling somewhat balanced. Ish. Kind of. Maybe. Audio is kind of quiet. Thank you. Testing. Hopefully that's a little bit louder. Yeah, PFG, I do need a buzzer. I think you might be able to program one into this timer. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. Now I'm exaggerating this neck sort of poking out this way a little bit as well. I use a glue gun. It's my favorite invention. Glue guns are great, but the adhesiveness of them on plastic is garbage. I'd love to use a glue gun, but I think I've got to get some polyurethane adhesive, or I've just got to design it better, and that's what I'm going to be using the 3D printer for, to really get tight connections and joints and that kind of thing. I'm hopefully going to be able to iterate a lot faster as well, which is going to be sick. Much better? Awesome. Yeah, I'm just mindful. I don't want to be peaking. But yeah, if that's better, we'll leave it. Do you ever sketch with a physical pencil? I do every now and then. I quite like a blunt pencil. Like I sketch with this guy. Like a blue, I don't know if it's going to focus. like one of these mechanical ones, but it's like a thicker focus. There we go. Yeah, that kind of deal. I sketch with that, but that's more just like ideas and things. But I think I'm going to be doing a lot more, like when I'm over in the US, I'm going to be doing a lot more sketching. Hopefully going to go and visit the Watts Atelier. Go do a session over there, or a few sessions. It's going to be wicked. Hopefully I can get in. Find a sketching, a quick sketch class. Also, the line work is so fluid. 10 out of 10. I appreciate you, Sugar Beats. My art right now is very delicate and thrifted. Oh, interesting. I haven't heard that as a description word. Thrifted. That's cool. Oh shit, we're out of time as well. Yeah, I do. PFG, you're right. I do need a buzzer. What brand of 3D printer do you have? Do you find it easy to use? Ines, I've got a Saturn 3 Ultra. Yeah, it's very easy. It's a resin printer. Yeah, very easy to use. I haven't had any real issues with it so far. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. My favorite is a big mechanical pencil. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really experimented. I'd love to actually. But again, it's just time. Oh, stop. Restart the timer. Let's go 10 minutes. I keep going over. Let's do 10 minutes. Because I'm chatting. So you're trying to capture the vibe in these different ways. I'm like experimenting with different ways of making the gesture. I love Dixon, Ticonderoga, and any 0.5 mechanical. Yeah, it's one of those things like with any anything, you could go deep into like what is it? Like the Palomino Blackwing pencils and all sorts of stuff. And they can be like different from like batch to batch. Yeah, with the traditional stuff, I reckon I'm going to get back into the gouache. The gouache and oils. That's where I've found a lot of fun to be had. See, these are stylized-ish, but they are still very like in line with the similar kind of proportions, which is okay. I wouldn't mind pushing them away a little bit from reality. So how do we do that? Do we lengthen the legs a little bit? Flame Demon, how you doing? What's the best gouache? Pff, I got no idea. I know there's expensive gouache, like the Winsor & Newton one. But yeah, I don't know. Are you ever going to do a traditional art? Yeah, definitely. I've done some already, like the one in the background. I don't know, you probably can't see on YouTube. There's one on the easel right now. Have I ever tried with acrylics? I haven't done it on canvas or like, but I work with acrylics when I'm airbrushing. So when I'm airbrushing the sculpts, that's pretty much what I use. Acrylic lacquers are the main, or the ones that I like to use. But also what I've been doing is I've made like a homebrew like thinner, like paint thinner, where I can actually take artist acrylics like your Liquitex acrylics, mix it with this thinner like your normal tube paint, and then mix it up and it whips through an airbrush really, really well. Which is really cool, instead of having to always buy specialty airbrush paints, which can get pretty pricey. The bang for your buck, getting like decent tube acrylic paints and then being able to mix and match the colors as you want, has its benefits. Also has its drawbacks as well, because I think one thing with like some of the airbrush paints is the pigment size is quite small comparative to like your normal painting acrylics, so that can give give you a little bit of a headache when trying to get it through the airbrush, but it's been working alright for me. How long have you been doing this for? This stream, if you're talking about, probably like 25 minutes, half hour, possibly. What's your favorite spider at the moment? I love those little cute ones, the little jumping spiders. They're cool. The one that like people get the macro lenses out and they don't look intimidating at all. Your tip on burnout, Ike Paulino. Take breaks. You know, I haven't been posting as much. One, because I've been quite busy, and I wasn't in burnout, but I could easily get there if I just pushed way too hard, and then the quality of the content would have gone to shit as well. So take breaks and remember to like go and like make stuff that interests you as well. Make sure you funnel that into your day to day, because that's what's going to help with burnout, as well as potentially, almost definitely for me, being healthy in normal life. All right, eating well, going to the gym, or doing whatever exercise that you enjoy. That just mentally, it just fixes so much stuff. Christian, what's happening, dude? How long does it take you to draw a character? Very hard question to answer. It really depends, which is an annoying answer, I know. Which is an annoying answer, I know. Ines, what airbrush would you recommend? What have I got? I've got an Iwata what do I have? An Iwata HC. It's got a Mac valve on it. Hold on, when this is over, I'll show you. This worked great for me. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's a good one. Yan. Prashan, do you swim? No. I used to be a swimming instructor though. Back in my youth. Fuck, that was a mistake. Hated every second of it. Sugar Beach. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. You're out and about. Even if you're going for a walk, that's fine. That works. That's great. All right, let's find this this airbrush for Ines. Iwata. I think it's HPCS. Yeah, it's the Highline. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I got. So this here is a little Mac valve, meaning when you plug it into your air compressor, you don't have to change, like do micro adjustments on your air compressor to then change how much air is coming out. You can just do it on the airbrush itself, because a lot of airbrushes just have the brush and it's kind of like whatever the air pressure is what's coming out of the airbrush. So yeah, this is the one I use, 0.3 millimeter. It's been working great. So yeah, I reckon your husband will be very, very happy with that, and particularly for mini paintings. Has he got a compressor? Has he already got an airbrush and that sort of setup? Am I going to change my accent when you go to the US just to blend in? No, I'm going to go the absolute opposite. I'm going to be the most Australian sounding person in that country. I refuse to make my R's sound like R's, because I know that happens. It happened to me when I was younger. When I went there when I was like 13. I must keep the accent, so I've got to overcompensate. A very cheap one that barely works. Oh, this one's going to be like butter for him then. Like, as long as he's got the air compressor that that can push the air enough for the airbrush. Yeah, this is highly recommend it, because there's such a jump from like one that barely works to just one that works all the time. It's, yeah, he's gonna love it. All right, so we've done some figures. All right, some nice little warm-ups. I like this one. This one has a flow to it that I'm happy with. I want to take this a little bit further. Flame, how long have you been drawing characters during your life? Characters? Probably the last 2 years. Maybe. 2.5 years. I think. Maybe less. Stephen Corrier McQueen. I was following along drawing on a napkin. Nice one. Love it. Yep. Wait, there's two hat guys. Sugar. There's this hat guy and this hat guy. We're gonna go with this one. This one has more fluidity. I mean, we could get both of these up to a place where I'm happy-ish with, but I like the colors here as well. It just seems a bit fun. A bit more fun, I should say. So let's, and then maybe we could even scale it up just a tad. Standing hat guy. Yeah. Photoshop, can you just... Okay, thank you. No, that doesn't completely... Okay, cool. Cool. Let's have some fun with this dude here. Put him on a separate layer. He's a little bit larger, so hopefully we can add in a little bit more detail. Let's knock him back. And let's go for it. Did you see a cool animal or plant today? No, but I got chased by a goose yesterday morning. That happened. Geese are fucking assholes. They're cool. I appreciate them. I respect them. They don't give a shit. Do you do cartoons? I guess you could call them cartoons, or more cartoony kind of stuff. So now I'm gonna try and see. I think we can scale this up just a tad. I think why I like this one is that I kind of gotten the feet planted pretty nicely. So that was like a nice little benefit. A little plus. Let's fuck that off. No, opposite. Thank you. Cool. Christian, you cheeky bugger. Don't forget to slip a shrimp on... The word slip a shrimp on the barbie, not the way that we say it. Mind you, we don't say that at all anyway. That's false. That's international marketing. fake. It's put another shrimp on the barbie, not slip a shrimp. There's something about that just sounds wrong. No, but I'll throw a bloody, what is it, being super Australia, I'll throw a bloody another snag on the barbie. We'll throw a snag on the barbie. I don't think I've ever had shrimp on a barbecue. Maybe I have. I wish a goose would chase me. They never chase me. They're always nice to me. Oh, it's scary. I was just walking past. This is second. I've also got video evidence of a duck attacking me as well that Christian had when he was over here. I don't know, maybe it's something. Just the duck and goose community are not a fan of me. PFG, you're going to say bloomin' heck to people on the to people in the States. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Bloomin' heck. No, don't say that. I'm not gonna make up shit that I wouldn't normally say. But I've just got to every night just be like, I'm Australian. Australia. Ah is how you say ah, not or. Ah. And it's been such a thing as well. Like I never noticed, but Americans think we say like our O's. Like no, they think that we've got like an R at the end of no. No. Go home. No. Yeah, no, I don't hear it. But apparently we do. Comparatively. Who am I to argue? I love when geese hiss at me. I don't know what geese you all have. Maybe they have Australian personalities. Potentially. Maybe they're just a little bit more edgy. But there's like 8 of them. And they're at this lake that I walk around every other morning. And they're just like on patrol. They're just like little security guards. Like looking after all the other ducks. I did see a pelican break up a duck assault on another duck, which was interesting. He just wasn't having it, which was kind of nice. Oh no. Gotta try some barbecue shrimp. It does sound nice. We don't call them shrimp either, we call them prawns. So put another prawn on the barbie. That makes more sense. Probably seems threatening. I sit near skunks and draw them. It's all about being quiet, and probably short helps too. Yeah. Well, I was walking around with like a weighted vest. I don't know if that looks like makes me look weird compared to everyone else walking around. And they're like, "What the hell is that?" Kayla, when I was married to an Aussie for 5 years, this tracks here. Yeah, no, we don't say shrimp. We say prawns. We have prawns at Christmas. That's a big thing. Prawns at Christmas time. And Christmas is really hot over here, usually. So all of our marketing and stuff for Christmas is like Santa in like shorts on a surfboard. I bought a working spindle. What's a spindle? I probably know what a spindle is, but I can't think of what it is right now. Is that for like making like yarn? Like do you spin The Christmas pool party sounds like it would go hard though. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, pools. Like, yeah, it's pretty great. But hopefully when I'm in New York, if by any chance there's snow, oh, because I've never seen it. I would love to see it. Alright, so here I'm trying to get the attitude. Capture a bit of this. So funny, whenever I go off here and I'm like drawing half off the screen, I just see the Instagram numbers just like plummet. My apologies, guys. I suck. I've got to get better. Yeah, always an Australian thing on Christmas, true. David Mamoni, yeah, yeah, you got the bloody, yeah, 44 degree, which is what in Fahrenheit? I don't know. Bloody hot. That's what it is. New York gets cold. Yeah, look, it looks like it. Everyone's in bloody jumpers. And jackets. Oh, if I come to Montreal, I could see some snow. Tempting. I do want to make the America trip yearly, I reckon. So maybe I'll make a trip out there. That could be fun. So here, I'm not really talking much about what I'm doing. That's all right. We're just chatting. Just playing with the shapes, not going too far from the reference. Just having some fun. Catch you later, Flame. Thanks for popping in. What's some fun stuff to do down there in Australia? Depends what you like to do, Bailey. I mean, we got all the typical touristy stuff you could do, like you go pet kangaroos and whatever, and emus and koalas and the stuff that everyone does. I don't know. I'm kind of like, we can go fishing if you enjoy fishing. Got a lot of good stuff there. If you like surfing and aren't afraid of sharks, you can do that. What else have we got? We've got nice scenery, I guess. Like we're in a spot here in Adelaide where half an hour anyway, you can either be in like the hills, in like more farm winery region, and then another half an hour you're at the beach, or another half an hour you're in the city. Like it's pretty nice that way. We can go see an AFL game, Australian football game. We just had the grand final the other day. I don't really follow football though myself. Doesn't really interest me too much. They have fun animals and snakes there, yeah. Ouroboros, hey Ben, are you coming for Lightbox Expo? I certainly am. The flights are booked. And I'm leaving in 7 days. AKA footy. I like it, Prashant. Oh, your sister lives in Melbourne. Nice one. I've visited a bunch and really enjoyed it there. Yeah, the animals are cool to see. Don't forget the beaches. Yeah, the beaches. Yeah, take it for granted, hey. Yeah, the beaches are nice. One thing that Christian mentioned when he was over here was Adelaide, where I'm from, is similar to San Diego, but like a lot less crowded. Which kind of makes sense. PFG, I'm in New York City. We haven't had a real good snow in what feels like a few years. Yeah, right, okay. Sugar beets. We do. We got big spiders. We got magpies. What else do we have? Yeah, I don't know. What could you do when you're down here? I don't know. Okay, when we get the snowy winter holidays here in Michigan, wind chill off the Great Lakes is real. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to go. Michigan sounds fun. I'd like to visit Austin. Michigan would be nice. Colorado sounds nice as well. But I've got no context on what, like, really the places in the US. Bailey, got to visit some family in Sydney. Can't wait to try some of your beers. Yeah, I think we got good beers. Like Adelaide apparently's got some of the best wine in the world as well. So if you get an Adelaide wine in Sydney, I'm not too much of a drinker though. It's very un-Australian of me, but yeah, I'm not a crazy drinker. So I wouldn't be one to give you recommendations beer wise. Oh, Flame's back. Also get a lot of snow in Ohio as well. I have to visit Ohio then. PFG, when I lived in Chicago, we had something called a polar vortex, which was just cold, windy nonsense for a few months. Jesus, that sounds miserable. Cold, windy nonsense. Alright, how's he looking? He's feeling balanced. Well, like balanced enough. Colorado is a must. Alright. Take a note. Boulder. Yeah, that's where I've heard of. Okay, when I spent a few months in Melbourne, loved the Victoria coast. Never got over to the west coast, unfortunately. Yeah, Melbourne and Victoria. Yeah, they're close to South Australia. Just next door. I could go skiing and snowboarding in Colorado. See, I'm so risk averse. I would love to, but I just know, well, I don't know, but I've just have a fear that, like, yeah, I'll just break my wrist and be out of commission for fucking however long, you know? So I'll never go skydiving. Never ever go skydiving. I don't see the point. It's like risk and reward. The reward, oh, it was cool. The risk, you're bloody flat as a pancake. So, yeah, even with surfing, I'd love to go surfing. That's probably the closest thing that I would do to like risky activities. Would you call them ravens or crows? Crows. No one makes fun of us. Me and Adam will make Ohio the funnest state. Nice. Ouroboros, please be advised, Australia and America are roughly the same size, so traveling from LA to New York City is equivalent to Perth to Cairns. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's gonna be better than the 14 hour. Anything less than the 14-hour plane ride getting there is gonna be like a breeze. All you can think right now is winter is coming. Nice. Oh, you live in Colorado and it's amazing. Oh, Colorado seems like one to be on the cards. Instagram just went down. Uno memento. Catch that flame. Oh, Hawaii would be nice. Went night snorkeling. Bugger that. You're crazy. Oh. I don't know about that. That'll be a pass from me. Christy, hello. D&D Mini Painter, how you doing? All right, let's mess around with this face, shall we? One little note when I'm trying to place the eyes. This nose bone here really helps me, because then I can kind of track that down to the side of the nose, the inner part of the eye, right? And then if we imagine the other side of the nose, that tracking in the same direction here, we can kind of guesstimate where that other eye is meant to be, you know? That helps me out a lot. Flip it. No, he's too cool for school, this guy, so we got to keep it straight faced. He's just not having any of it. Lana, how you doing? Just doing some gestural stuff, some figure, character things. Nothing too much. Catch you later, Calawen. Thanks for popping in. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, missed the prawn on the Barbie. That's not a knife. Now, a little tip here, even with some of this more stylized line work and simplified shapes, just what I like to do, it's a purely stylistic choice, but I like to show, instead of saying, all right, the head is there and then the hat stops here and it's all kind of looks very flat and 2D, I like to show a bit of depth with the materials, if that makes sense. Just a little bit. You may or may not like it, but I like to do that. Just a bit of depth. Uh-oh, did Ben make a shrimp on the Barbie? That's different. It's pronounced prawn. Oh, sugar beets. You got to close the lid on the. Oh, what is it? The paint thinner. Lana, what's the difference between a shrimp and a prawn? There may be a biological difference, but over here, we don't really call them shrimp, we call them prawns. And I think what you guys call maybe crawfish, I don't think they're the same thing, but they're a similar kind of thing. We call yabbies. Ah, linseed oil. Ah, you're fine then. It says shrimps have legs and prawns do not. No, prawns have legs. Both shrimp and prawns are 10-legged creatures, but their legs are a little bit different from each other. Shrimp have one pair of legs that include claws at the end, but prawns have 3 pairs with claws. They're the same thing. But yeah, look up a yabby. That's, I don't know if that's something similar to what you guys have. It's like a freshwater little lobstery looking thing. Bailey, come down south, man. We can have a crawfish boil. That sounds great. I'd love to visit the south. I'm gonna do like just like a US trip around the whole of the US. Chatty on fire. I appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for popping in. A yabby is terrifying. Nah, they're tiny little things. We used to catch them as kids. Oh, actually, I do have an animal. We did used to do this, sharing the animals that I encounter throughout the weeks. If I can find it. There was a massive carp in the lake that I saw. So I'll see if I can find that quickly. Has anyone updated to what is it? What's that? Those trees that are really big on Mac. Sequoia. Is anyone updated to Sequoia? If you do, highly recommend it, because if you've got an iPhone, you can completely control your iPhone from like from the computer. It's sick. It's so helpful. Let's see. Where's my recents? Videos. Yeah, here we go. Look at this big boy. It might be a little bit faint. You see him? Look at him go. He's a bloody monster. But he's just chilling. Sorry, bit of a bit of a tangent out of nowhere. I would say I'd say about that big. If not a little bit bigger. Like he's like a decent sized carp. They're a pest here though. I think in Europe and stuff they're like a very sought after fish. I could be wrong. Adam, when do you find yourself controlling your phone from your computer? Like when I'm creating stories and stuff, instead of having to go like in my phone, if I'm already at my desk, at the computer doing stuff, I can just quickly take a screenshot, throw it over to the to Instagram or whatever, and then just do it there, all just with the keyboard and mouse, so much faster. And even replying to comments and everything on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. It's like basically it's not like a version of your phone. It is like all the apps work exactly the same, so you can just type faster, and it's just the context switching isn't there, if that makes sense. Saw some yellow tangs at a beach. That's cool. I would have pet him. They're so docile sometimes, you probably could. If you got close enough. Here's another opportunity again, what I mentioned for the... just a little bit of the material change. Oh, or a board. Oh, you saw turtles. That'd be cool to see a sea turtle. But how are the yabbies supposed to be your friend if they eat it? Or your pet? How are the yabbies supposed to be your friend? Oh, they're not your friend. People eat them. I mean, I guess you can't have a pet yabby, I guess. The laces are a good little way to like indicate direction. So if you imagine the foot simplified here, and we were doing like a wireframe of that cylinder. Right, these are a great opportunity to show the roundness of that form. Thank you, laces. All right, what time have we got? Whoa, 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 whoa. Come back. Hello. Let's add some color. Why not? Or what we could do, because I do want to do a bit of Blender stuff, let's get a lighting setup that I like in Blender and see if we can use that. So I'm going to split this here. I'm going to split this here. So this is going to be our like view that shows the render. And I'm going to remove maybe remove all the bits and bobs here. And Instagram can't see bugger all. Hold on. Okay. This is also a more performant way I've found as well to mess around with Blender, is having like the render view here, but then having this to actually make all the adjustments, and then it updates. If that makes any sense at all. Hopefully it does. Okay. So let's say I would like, let's just do a cylinder. That works, which will represent our dude. Then we will grab a area light. Better, thank you. Then we'll make it a disc and then we'll size it up so it's a little bit less harsh. Might just do a nice little three-point lighting setup. Let's get our camera in the right position. So yeah, this is how I would study using these tools. All right, so I'd make this a little bit less intense. Okay, and then I would grab one, whip him back behind here, make it a point light, and then give him a little bit of a push the rim lightiness in the background. There, then we could add a bit of a plane. Then we do a little bit of the whip. And then scooch him over into the background. Scale him right up. And then we could do another little plane. Scooch him down. Whoop. And that's our ground plane. So now we've got an indication of the shadow. Right, where we might want that to be. Let's even do something like this. Then let's just add some different let's just add a sphere in here, just to have some indication. Oh Jesus, I've got to be careful here. Get your heads out the gutter of like where some of the shadows and stuff would be. Yeah, cool. Let's do that. Then let's render the image. Oh, it's going to take for fucking ever, isn't it? Hold on. Let's reduce them samples down. And let's make it a little bit more shiny, if you will. Get a little understanding of that specular highlight. This is real quick and dirty. And then we've got a reference of some lighting. Delete the cube. Yeah, already done. Without question. Jenna13. Thanks for popping in. Painter, this is Blender. Just using this for the moment. Oh, Lana, awesome. No, it'll be my pleasure. That's it, Shady. Lisbeth Garcia. Do you prefer using a drawing tablet rather than maybe one with a screen or an iPad? I like all of them. I don't really have too much of a preference. It's really what I'm interested in using at the particular time. It's like if I'm going to be on a plane for like 14 hours, I'm going to love the iPad. If I am sitting here at my desk, I might like it like this because I get to have better posture, looking straight at the screen, talking to you guys, looking straight at the screen instead of like down here like that. But if I'm working by myself, I might like a big 27-inch Wacom 27 Pro. I'm looking at you, Wacom. We know you're watching. Ines, it was nice catching you live. Ben, it's quite late over here, so good night. Have a good day, everyone. Catch you later, Ines. And good luck with the airbrush search. Hopefully that helped a little bit. All right, let's just get him as a flat color. Now we may or may not use the exact lighting here, but it's going to be a nice little reference for us. And it's just one way you can use 3D. Now, what do we do? Do we work black and... I think we might just work black and white first. Just for today. Or just because I feel like it really, but... Okay, fill it in. Thank you very much. Neck fat. Do you have any recommendations for a good non-screen tablet? The only one that I've used, it's like a non-screen tablet. Technically, this is a non-screen tablet, but it's only because the screen is broken on it. So This is an XP Pen 15 Pro. It works. It's been working fine. But like the Intuos, I've used those just as a non-screen tablet, and they work great. But yeah, I don't know if that was an endorsement for XP Pen, but it's lasted a long time though. It's lasted many years. I think they're all pretty like much of a muchness nowadays. They're getting pretty close in quality. Like I've even got my eye on, like I'd love the Wacom one, but it is just a bit of an expense. I mean, kind of like more than a bit. Really, so it's yeah, just how much do you want to shell out for tablet sizing. Ouroboros, got any new books you're reading? Nah, not really. Nothing. I've just been in such like go mode, working up to this like last week of before I leave. I've not had really much time for anything. Now, you know what? I've just realized this doesn't give me enough information. I think we even just get rid. Let's add our sphere. That gives me more information, I think, that I can work with than maybe we subdivide it. I've also started to get into like subdivision workflows and like multi-resolution workflows and stuff. It's so fun. Yeah, that's going to probably be more helpful for us. Render image. Come on. That's probably even too shiny. Hold on, I'm getting finicky with it. Give me uno momento. Roughness. Yep, gives us just like a nice neutral. Oh, Prashant. Oh, you got a presentation, Prashant. No, I'll have to check it out. Ben, let's do some ZBrushing. Oh, I would love to. I've actually been watching like ZBrush tutorials and translating them into like Blender. Like understand like the Z tools and like the Z remeshes and stuff like that. I've got like the equivalent like quad remesher here which works, and then like the multi-resolution modifier which is similar to like the subdivision levels in ZBrush. No, that's not where I wanted it. Hold on. Oh, well. Let's. Like I've slowly started to wrap my head around the process of then understanding texturing, and like the UV unwrapping. But that's where I think I need to get into Substance Painter to really have control over the materials. You can do it in Blender, but it can become pretty nightmarish with all the nodes and stuff. Sugar Beats is back. Bailey, is Huey on any good? I've got no idea. I don't know. I'd recommend just looking at a bunch of YouTube reviews. For me, that's a lot of what I do. I look at reviews, and then at some point, I'm like, "Yep, I'm getting that one, whatever it is, you know." All right, so I'm going to be just going through finding the shadow shapes based on this sphere, just doing it more observationally. Where's some of the... So this is just another workflow, something to play around with. Now I've got full liberty to cheat as well. Like if I don't want this cap, because I think technically this cap would cast quite a heavy shadow with this lighting setup, which kind of just covers his whole eyes and everything. So I might cheat just a little bit and make his eyes more visible. Doesn't really matter. Sugar Beats, what advice would you have for an artist who wants to use their imagination more? Wants to use their imagination more. It kind of depends in what context. Like imagination with what? Like imagination with characters, with lighting, because really that it's just like a muscle, just like everything else is practicing using your imagination. But I like to build, like the way I like to do my imaginative drawing stuff is building a drawing or a painting instead of thinking that I need a perfect image in my head and just spit it out on a page. I like to build it up from something. So that could mean start with a sketch and build it up from there, or do lots of little iterations of things and mix and match different sections of different sketches and then put them all together into one. But that really comes down to practice, you know. Just like you practice lighting, just like you practice anything, anatomy, practice using your imagination. You could even do exercises like, let's say we drew this guy and we did it pretty similar to the reference. I would turn the reference off, you know, and then just work from here. F Max Original, voila. Jose, I'm very grateful for your great work and talent encouragement towards us in our learning. Greetings from Nebraska to everyone. Oh, Jose, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the kind words. Adam, anyone have any recommendations for other artists that stream regularly on YouTube? Yeah, whip them in chat. Any ones that you enjoy? Do I join other artists' live streams much? Not really. I'm open to it, definitely. I'd love to. I want to have more artists on this stream as well. Do a lot more. I want to do a lot more crossovers in the future, because it's just fun. Meeting new people, seeing how they work, having a bit of a laugh, you know. Now I might go a little bit more painterly with this one. Let's see. What we can do as well, let's get some of these local values in. So the pants, let's get them a certain color. Right, so things are going to start to read a little bit better, just like we did last week. Lana, I'm thinking of getting the new iPad because the pencil is superior, but I'm very attached to my old school one. Yeah, I've thought about it myself. But you got to also think, are you getting it just to get it? Or is it going to benefit the way you work? I mean, I'm not saying do whatever you want. It's neither here nor there for me, but what I like to think of is this going to really increase my workflow, or is it just the new shiny thing that's like, sounds like a good idea? But I think from, say, like a recording standpoint, and like from a content standpoint, I think it would be very beneficial to even see the cursor. Yeah, obviously I'm getting it to get it because it's shiny and yeah, that's it. But sometimes, like, there's something to be said about getting stuff that's going to increase, like, you're excited to use it because it works a lot better and it can increase your productivity, you know? There's that side of things as well. I tell myself that a lot of the times when I go for like larger business purchases. Oh, thumb guns. Oh, what's happening? You think you're some kind of artist? 'Cause yes. Yes, you are. How you doing, thumb guns? Okay, let's continue finding these shadow shapes. Great question to ask when purchasing shiny things. It's interesting. Ouroboros, he is saying like the struggle is trying to stylize something that is already stylized and make it my own despite not having my own style. Personally, I've never really thought too much about style. It's not been a hang-up. My way of thinking about it is, does this thing look cool? If yes, awesome. What about if, like, oh, has this thing that this other artist has done, does that look cool? Why does it look cool? Can I do a bit of that in my work? Does that appeal to me? And they just keep following that kind of mindset. And then without really trying, I'm pretty confident you can develop a quote-unquote style that A, you're happy with, and B, is unique because you've taken all these different bits and pieces from different artists. I started drawing heads like eggs because I like it. There you go. The one thing I do like to do, or I would like to do, because there's going to be fall off here, everything's just going to be a little bit darker further on down the body. I'm most definitely a style vulture. I love grabbing style references from IG and Pinterest. Me too. I love it. Now, one thing to be mindful of, depending on the lighting scenario, is this wraparound with like how it wraps around behind, right? And that's going to be a lot. It's going to have a bit of a fall off. It's going to wrap around. The light's going to be creating a shadow around these forms, particularly here with the leg. We can darken that outside edge. Which will give it even more depth. Even with the head. The arm. Should really increase the resolution here, but cannot be bothered. Oh, yeah, my apologies. No, Lana, that makes sense. That makes sense. Will he have a goose logo on his sweater? There you go. Now we're talking. Thumb guns. The ultimate dad joke. Connoisseur. Very, very good. Loish has a book that's a must-have. What one's that one? Have to check it out. Do you cook like this every day? I appreciate it, F Max. No, we're every week, same time. Now this face needs some work. I think what we do is we do the old sneaky merge everything down, and then we've got more control over our edges, our shapes. Ah, the sketch is still there. See, that's one way to know if your values are reading. Take the sketch away. Does it still make sense? Let's actually knock it back, duplicate that. So then we can come in and play with these darker values. Not loving the face right now. This is feeling cool. I like this down here, but we've got to make some adjustments here for sure. The Art of Law. Should look behind the scenes. I have to check that out. Thank you, Aurora and Lana. You're too kind. Save, drink water, and take a deep breath, everyone. Good reminder, Prashan. You have to do a New York pizza stream. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Do the old pizza review. One bite. You know the rules. Do the old pizza review. Yeah, I love glasses because you can make these like shadow shapes. That if done well. So if that was there. So we could just keep going and going and going with this. All the layers. How is your computer still running so well? I'm just on one layer at the moment. But yeah, all these other layers. It's a lot. Yeah, one layer is fun. It gives you ultimate control. The Art of Arcane book will be good. I'll have to check it out. Hassan, how you doing? Shane. What's happening, man? How are ya? Everyone should definitely check out Shane's, if you're into the 3D sculpting side of things. Definitely check out Shane's stream. What are we doing here? This guy, he started to do. I've seen you've been doing some Nomad. Nomad sculpt shorts, which has been wicked. So here, 3D character workshop, highly recommend. Right, and I did see some shorts that were really helpful. There was one that I commented on. Where was it? Yeah, it was using the trim tool, I think. But yeah, regardless, highly recommend. I feel like this guy's like an app developer. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, he should have like his laptop underneath his his expression was like, just give me your phone, I'll do it. Yeah. Catch you later, Bailey. Thanks for popping in. Kern, welcome. Shane Nomad is my mistress. Oh, I need to make more shorts about Nomad. Yeah, I really enjoy the I guess it's vertex painting in Nomad, like the workflow of that, just to get like quick colors. Like it's, yeah. It's amazing. I would love to see someone like Blender doing that as well. Like, it is such a pain. Have you had much experience with like Substance Painter and that kind of thing? I'm trying to get the dev to add a gradient to... Ooh. That'd be nice. Yeah, some of these tools that are out now, man, they're unbelievable. Yeah, use Substance all the time. Oh, sick. I've never touched it. But yeah, I'm thinking about having to play around with it. It's funny that it's called Painter when it's not the best at actual painting. Interesting. It's more of a material applier. That's a good mindset to go into it with. Yeah, because if I'm looking to get like Photoshop level control painting wise, I could be getting frustrated, you're saying? Most hand-painted textures are done with 3D coat. Another one I've got to check out. Oh my Lanta, 3D coat. I tried taking a break. I tried taking a break from digital because then I get stuck for hours. I like to use traditional more just for my eyes. I like making stuff. I enjoy traditional as well. Prashant, Shane speaks the truth. Yeah. Oh man, I've got lots to learn. Because yeah, 3D's coming into my workflow a lot more recently. Shane, are you making it to Lightbox this year? Oh, Shane, that one was actually clay. That was like physical clay, like this guy. So this dude, this is like a alien clay. But I've only just got myself a 3D printer. So I'm thinking like the iteration is going to be a lot faster. I'd like to, but it's still up in the air. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at Artist Alley, table 421. I have Crayola clay. That could work. I don't know if it's got sulfur in it though, which if you're trying to make a mold out of it, a lot of silicons don't like sulfur. Where are you based, Shane? I can't remember. If you don't mind saying in chat, if not, that's, yeah. Proco wants me to demo Nomad at his... Oh, dude! Come down. Yeah, I'm doing a Proco demo as well. Salt Lake City. Where on earth is that? Salt Lake City. Is that Utah? Off the top of my head? Oh, what a guess. Super. No, you've made it in time. Yeah, man. No, it'd be good to meet you in person if you do pop down. Yeah, I'm doing a demo for Proco as well. It'll be good fun. Charlie, do you have advice for grayscaling backgrounds? I mean, starting grayscaling backgrounds. I guess it would be the same for grayscaling anything really. Block out those simple values to begin with, and I just realised I've been noodling on this face for way too long. Yeah, try and block out those simple values first. Look for the shadows. I like to look at the shadows to begin with, or understand the light source at the very least. But without some context, I can't give you too much super useful advice, unfortunately. Utah has dinosaurs. What are we working on today? Just working on this dude. Just some light value studies, some figure stuff. Fossils at least, yeah. Unless they have crocs. You have crocodiles, you've got dinosaurs. Or the cassowary. That thing is scary. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that thing. No crocs, just lizards. Aha. Ah, similar. Same. All right, so with 3D Coat, would you recommend... So say with either Substance Painter or 3D Coat, would I need to understand like UV mapping or just like unwrapping my model? Because I've just started to wrap my head around the like low poly to high poly workflow, where you kind of do a quick sculpt in like more of a high poly fashion, and then you do like the quad remesh over the top, and then you kind of do multi-res modifier or like increase the subdivisions on that quad remeshed one, and then shrink wrap that onto the high res one, and then you've got the best of both worlds. And then yeah, yes with both, cool. All right, you know what I'm talking about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. Super awesome. Oh, I've got the three 3D guys in here, Shane, Super, and Prashan. I feel like I want to sit down and just ask all the questions. Quad remesh is a bit of a mess. It depends on what you're going for though. Yeah, I'm not looking for like production ready stuff. I want to get to a point where I'm really happy with how it looks. Because I know I can just sit and sculpt for hours and get it to a point where it looks nice, but then it's adding that extra layer of materials and just having complete control over that. But just as like a quick interim is better than just like the straight remeshing, I'd imagine, in Blender. No texture painting in ZBrush or Nomad yet. Yeah, it's all vertex painting, I think. I think that's how you'd say it. Canton, thank you. Super, I feel like because of my game, I'm way more focused on low to mid poly now. Don't really spend a lot of time sculpting past retop it. Yeah, that's fair. Right, let's find some of these lighter parts. So where that light is more perpendicular to the material. Well, those of you that are doing live streams as well, I've been running a bit of an experiment with the thumbnails. What I was doing was just doing generic, like for the longest time I was just doing generic thumbnails with me in the corner, like with a photo of me in the corner, and just like a kind of mishmash of kind of what the stream entailed most of the time. But the last few streams I've started to take the key part of the stream that was like most visually interesting and show that it's a stream as well. So have it show the chat, show me in the corner as if it's like a screenshot from the actual stream itself, because it's so it sets expectations. And they've been performing 2, 3, 4x better with the VODs, like the videos after. Should make a marionette 3D printed. That'd be cool. How you doing, Kenton? Nantasha 92. Love from Thailand. How you doing? If I go to Lightbox, I just need to find a place to stay. I think they had something with the hotels for cheaper near Lightbox. Have you been before, Shane, to Lightbox? Man, how do you pronounce your second name? Eblin. Not Eblin. I can't even pronounce it. Eblin. Yeah, twice. First year, I had a booth. Nice one. Yeah, I wonder if you could, yeah, like just contact thingy. I think it might be Jim. I'm not sure. Maybe Jim. To see if you could get like a, I don't know, some sort of deal with the hotel near it. I still don't know how you made that nose look like that. Like, again, all I preach all the time. Yeah, definitely, Shane. Yeah, hit me up. Again, this is a triangle. This is literally just a little pyramid. Right, the light's coming down from the top. And then this is the bottom of the nose, which would technically be a little bit lighter because there's going to be some reflected light. Catch you later, sugar beets. I had fun, I'm inspired, and I saw a fish. You did, you're welcome. Catch you later, sugar beets. Also, how do you usually approach character design? Any tips? It depends. It really, really depends. What's it for? Is it just for fun? Is it for a client? Is it for something I'm 3D printing? You know what I mean? That's a pretty broad question. So if you could narrow it down, I think that's a good thing to practice as well. Narrowing down your questions, because then I can give better answers. Because yeah, otherwise I'm just going to make a whole bunch of assumptions. No, this isn't looking quite right. That shadow would not be that harsh. I'm digging the more painterly side of things. Even under here, We can finesse this. Think about this is a light source. The light's coming down. It's hitting this. This is going to bounce back up. And that bounce light is going to give it just a little bit of a je ne sais quoi. You know, rounds it out just that little bit more. Ouroboros, have you seen the AI generated thumbnails people have been using? Yeah, it's typically non-artists doing it, but it feels like false advertising. Yeah, it's a weird one, because then everyone uses the same tool probably that's just come out that can do the same like look and feel, and then the audience just becomes numb to it, and then they end up not clicking on them because it's like, oh, most of the people using this thing are not delivering me what is promised in the thumbnail. So it's kind of like you're shooting yourself in the foot. But if you're using it and it's working, who am I to say anything, you know? It's kind of like when the AI stuff first came out with the photos. You saw it on Twitter a bunch, and like everyone changing their profile photos. How many of those do you see now? People just get like pretty exhausted of that pretty quickly. I like this opportunity here as well with the shadow. Is it perfectly correct? Fuck no. But let's see if we can add a little bit of interest with this shadow here. Not in love with it, but it kind of adds something, I guess. But that would really have to... It doesn't match this shadow, which maybe I've just got to... live with. Catch you later, Travis. Hope you have a good one. F Max. Oh, you're too kind. I see the AI generated images all over the place, but there's definitely a bias against it. Yeah, I agree. PFG, I find myself getting too focused on detail during sketch phase of illustrations. Any tips on being more free flowing at that stage? If you're doing it digitally, staying zoomed out for as long as possible. That can really help. So staying at like this zoom level until everything's feeling good, you know? Like here, I could really obsess over these tassels and make them feel just so, you know? But if I can get them feeling good at this level here, then I'm laughing. And then you can just keep zooming in and in and in. It's not quite feeling how I want it to, so maybe. Maybe this follows more of that outwardness, so it kind of is almost again an opportunity to show form. Whoa, 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 whoa. Horned Overlord, how you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Get back here. PFG, appreciate the tip. Big no worries, mate. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Good to hear it. Oh yeah, you're doing any more art drops? Been a while since I heard about the last one. Sold any of the hands? Yeah. So quite a few of the hands. Sold out of all the plain Janes. The next art drop is going to be an exclusive Lightbox one, but it's going to be online, and only the people there are going to know the password to it. But if there's any left over from that, there might be one before the end of the year. We shall see. Charlie, I'm having lunch. Good to see you, man. You too, Charlie. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your lunch. I appreciate it, Chady. Yeah, Super was talking earlier about the mishaps with some of the, or the learnings, let's say, with some of the hands. Some of them turned up broken in transit. So I've been spending the last couple of weeks making a couple for a couple of new ones that I'm sending out. But I'm going to redesign them and use sort of like the 3D printing. This is also why I want to get a lot better at the 3D tools as well. Like there's a real push for me to want to do that. Horned Overlord, never really been for me. Never really enjoyed horror movies. Oh, sorry, Halloween movies. Or really horror movies in general. Unfortunately, because I know people bloody love them. But yeah, not so much for me. I'd love to see you draw the Rob Zombie one in your style. That could be fun though. I'd be down for that. Like not found. Hello from Kazakhstan. How you doing? Do you practice animation these days? I haven't recently, but it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I want to do that as well. I want to do so many things. There's only so much time in the day. Ask me about 3D printing stuff. I may know a thing or two about that. Shane, definitely. Yeah, I just got myself a Saturn 3 Ultra. So, particularly for the manufacturing of things as well and like fitting stuff together. That's where I'm really excited for it. Also excited for right here. I found an opportunity to show a little bit of form. Just on the shoulder there. Oof. Hello. Nice to have a Saturn 2 still in the box. Nice one. Did you do much 3D printing yourself? Horned Overlord, how long have you been drawing, Ben? On and off for most of my life. I'm 31. So, quite a while. But this only just really became my full-time focus with the whole content and social media thing. Maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago now. Ooh, you've got the forms. That's what I was looking at. Was it like the Form 4? The Form 4 is the new one, I think. That looks sick. Just from the speed that you can get from it. Interesting, you're looking to get an FDM printer. Would you do that to replace your resin printers? Or would you like an FDM printer as a supplement? And what sort of stuff would you be... This is probably stuff that we could chat about when we catch up. It'd probably be a bit easier. How would you add a shiny logo to the hoodie, like differentiating the textures? Good question. It's going to all be dependent on the light source, right? Let's imagine, I don't know, this here, like maybe there's words that kind of come across. The hoodie here or something, right? Let me do them a little bit, just a different value. Now it's really going to be dependent on where the light source is, but we can cheat it a little bit. So we could show a little bit of shine on some of them. Like that. It really depends how shiny you want it, like, or what kind of material it is, you know. Just doing a bit of that, showing those highlights. You'd seldom see like a chrome logo on anything, but you could make it like really, really shiny looking ish. It's kind of like faking it, but catch you later, Lana. Thanks for popping in. Do you think I'd get better at 2D if I got drawing tablet, or would a mouse be just as good? Definitely not just as good. I highly recommend getting a tablet. Getting your hand, even on a cheaper tablet, is going to be 30 times better, 100 times better than a mouse. No, I'd keep the Form 3, but have it as a supplement. The bamboo is getting quite close to the resin quality. Really? Interesting. Ken, I just realized it's been 9 years since I've started drawing. That feels so weird considering my glacial progress. Ah, look, dude. Ken, it's a lifelong thing. So 9 years in the scheme of things. It's a drop in a bucket. So yeah, I think it was, who asked this? Was it Ouroboros? Yeah, there you go. There's a shinier. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's this shinier kind of logo. It's really a lot of the material stuff is just how it reflects light and how different it is. Yeah, I must admit, when I model stuff more so than sculpt, a mouse can sometimes be a little bit easier. For me though, I don't know. But sculpting or anything like that, tablet all day long, you know. Oh, I might have to look at the reference for this this hand. Yeah, let's get the reference back. Where'd he go? There we are. Still a tad jank, but it's the impression. If you zoom right out, you can see that he's holding his hand. Ah, good analogy, Shane. I like that. Yeti Fresh. What was the quickest keys to do multiple lasso tools in a row like that with the logo in one shirt? What are the quick keys? Oh, that was me holding Shift, which gives you a bunch of different options to then add shapes down. We only really got to the midtones with this guy, didn't we? It's annoying. One thing with the jumpers, if you leave it too flat, it can just look like something's missing, which is good to just whip the reference back again, just to add in some of these shapes. I'm really just editing, like when it comes to the stylization of it, how much I want to take from the reference. When it comes to like the like all the little folds and creases and stuff. Catch that is super. Thanks for popping in. All right, I reckon we'll call it in a minute while I'm adding some rim lights. Let me just do some quick plugs as we talk about quite a bit in this stream. Going to be at Lightbox October 24th to the something that weekend. If you want to come through, say hi. It'll be lovely to meet you. Also got a Gumroad tutorial if you enjoy this kind of stuff. Links in the description. 8 hours, 10 chapters, plus PDF, plus some 3D models to study from. Also, I've been doing art drops with sculpts like Plain Jane, both now painted and unpainted, as well as other sculpts and prints and art stuff from me. So if you do want to check that out, all the links are in the description. You know where to find it. Catch you later, PFG. You have a good one. Man, doesn't the rim lights just save the day? Catch you later, Prashan. Thanks for popping in. And I think this is the last... Yeah, because I'll be leaving next Monday, so... the stream schedule will be a little bit messed up next week. Hopefully I'll get a catch-up one done. And probably in a time zone that a lot of you will like, which will be good. Catch you later, Horn Overlord. Alright. Let's get this going. There. A little bit of rim light. Feels like a cheat. I love it. Yeah, a lot of work has to be done here, but it is what it is. Yeah, see you at Lightbox Prashant. Cool, guys. All right. Appreciate it, Yeti. Shane, if you're about the place, I'm keen to chat. Hit me up on Instagram. Like even now, if you're available. Kind of got the afternoon free. With that, hopefully you enjoyed it. A little bit of fun. A little bit of sketching. A little bit of value studies. And I will catch you in the next one. Appreciate you popping in. Really means a lot. I look forward to these every week. So I'll catch you soon. I'll catch you in the next one.